Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Red Valkyrie Presents. I'm, of course, Shae the Red, with my awesome co-host, Cyborg. How you doing?
Awesome, awesome. How are you?
I'm good.
You're good.
Yeah.
I've seen your costume. You're very good.
I'm actually like, it's fine. I can breathe, I swear. It's good. And we are here with Edwin. How are you, sir?
I'm great. I actually feel a little bit normal today. It's been a rough
Yay.
couple of days, but I'm back. Nothing's gonna stop this fucking campaign. So I'm
Yeah.
ready. Let's go.
He's like, I refuse.
No,
Damn it. I
don't
am
work too hard on
fighting
this.
too hard. Well, you know what? You want to just dive right in? Let's do the cosplay reveal, Sai.
Yeah, one second. I was just putting his little Twitter handle on his name there so people could follow him.
Oh, very good, very good.
One second. Getting that in place.
Drum roll.
Oh, oh, uh.
Boom!
There we go. That's amazing.
The only thing I couldn't get in time was the giant motherfucking wings, because the hot
I
damn,
can't imagine.
dude, they're big.
Yeah.
They're so big.
No, it's great as somebody has to draw it, but anybody having to make it come to life, it'd be a nightmare.
Yeah, I've done a couple of wings in the past couple of days. Oh man, my camera's getting all fuzzy.
It's in shock.
I know, camera's like, whoa, so much skin. Yeah, I did a couple wings over the past little bit, and then I was like, I could totally do these, and I started, and I was like, they're just so big.
The wings. Greater? The wings. I thought you were talking about something else.
I mean, we're good. There's a lot of strategic holes, okay? Let's just say that.
Strategic holes.
Can't move very much.
Froggy, if you're in the chat, could you please add that to the bingo card? Strategic holes.
Strategic holes. Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, so for anyone who doesn't know what Edwin does, first off, shame on you. And secondly, ba-bam! This is what we're here for.
Bam.
Yes. So this is volume 2 of the Ace. And for anyone who doesn't remember, volume 1, like I had the Ace's helmet, which is actually just right over there. I don't know if you know, I still have it, Edwin.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's right over there. It still lights up and everything. I think it's now just part of my cosplay spoils. Like I've got the Life on Korra mask over there. Up on the wall over here is Smokes the Fox. I got the Edwin the Ace helmet in the background. I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna start keeping this shit in the Hall of Fame.
One day when we go to a Star Wars convention, you can cosplay a sexy Mando.
All right, so why don't you tell us a little bit about the Ace?
Sure. So the Ace is about a young man, David Diaz, who discovers the remains of a shooting star. What he finds in the wreckage gives him the ability to transform into an armored being with great power. And now he's basically become the most wanted object in the entire universe, as all sorts of different aliens are looking to take the armor for their own means. Volume 1 basically tells the story of his first encounter with an alien called Akula, who is a giant bounty hunter shark who shows up at his front door trying to kill him. And Ace is able to outsmart him and defeat him. And then as he's about to basically finish him off, he hears a voice in the background telling him to stop. And in Volume 2, you see that group there called the Godless, the Special Strike Force, has been sent to kind of bring them back to their home world. And, David's not exactly in the most trustworthy place after trying to be killed by the first alien he ever met. So,
That's fair.
he has to kind of figure out who he can trust and who can he trust. And like I said, he's going to be aliens galore. Not only does he meet the Godless in this story, he also meets the very amazing Angelyke, who also shows up in this issue too. So
I'm just saying, oh damn. This is my favorite out of everything that I've seen on this campaign so far. Like this is the image that I kept going back to because I'm just like, yeah, that's legit. That's beautiful.
That one or the bikini one?
This one.
Okay.
This specific one. This is the best one.
Yeah,
Seriously,
amazing.
like okay, the bikini's all well and good, but look at I mean, There's something about that one.
Yeah, Doodle did a great job on this. Like, I kind of wanted like an X-Men vibe from this. Very much like Archangel. The wings take up half the screen. She's
Yeah.
flying. She's center stage because basically, when she enters, everybody takes notice. So you got Ace there, and then one of the godless Desi there with the gun. So they kind of have to deal with her because she's a problem. So
The wings are impressive.
I'm just gonna say, like, her wings are like little swords. Like, every single one of them is like a fucking sword. I feel like I have to own these. I have to, at some point, I have to make these wings because they're so badass, especially if you could get them to, like,
open up
collapse
like that.
in. Oh, yeah. Oh, dude.
That'd be sick, yeah.
It would be amazing. One of these days, when I'm still trying to work out how to just get wings that aren't going to be a pain in the ass, period. But once I get past that, these are on my list because these are amazing. And yeah, how you said she comes into the room and everyone takes note.
Yeah, she has a
again,
great entrance in this comic book. Like, she just comes in. Boom.
Got knife wings. How do you not take note of that? If nothing else, it's at least gonna catch the light. Mm-hmm. If it doesn't, stab everyone on the way down. Like,
stabby stab.
she's somebody that I feel like I would be like, I really want to know where she is at all times, and I want to make sure that I'm at least 10 feet away from her, because I don't know what that reach is on those wings if she were to spin and kick them out. But I'm not about to get cut in half by her, and it looks like
Ginsu.
Right? Like, she looks like she could do it.
She's like the Chop Chop.
And she looks like she would enjoy it. Like, she just looks, because she looks so sweet and innocent, but she looks so fucking deadly. Like, she's scary as fuck.
Yeah, she's you can tell there's danger there behind the smile.
And she's like, ah, you're like, oh no, that's not good. That's not a good. She's definitely gonna kill you. And by the way, I've found what the next cosplay is most likely gonna have to be. I'm gonna have to get a blackout Scaleras, because, I mean, this chick right here, she's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, she's a lot of fun too.
You know what? I wouldn't even have to do like white face paint. I'm just that pale. Just pretty much it. Okay. Anyway, so I really like the kind of style and the premise, because it seems like it's a lot of fun, and it seems like there's a whole lot of like action constantly going in this book.
Yeah. This one kind of ratchets up everything from the first one. You have to lay a lot of the foundation in the first issue. So
Right.
The second one, once you kind of start getting the ball rolling, you can, you still lay the story down, but you can kind of go a little more with the action. The book, I think, reads longer, even though it's the same amount of pages. I kind of was able to kind of learn, it's my first ever book I ever wrote. So you kind of learn different things, how to space stuff out more and kind of make it, I gave it a little more room to breathe. So I'm definitely really proud of the work on this. And I think all my artists have just like taken it up to the next level. They're all just providing incredible work. Every time I'd get like a new page, it would just blow me away.
Yeah. Well, like, this is really, I mean, this page right here alone already feels so different from book one, and I think it's because you're really using the medium to like its fullest capacity, because you don't have to do, here's a square panel and here's a square panel and here's a square, like, this is an entire page of exploratory, like, he's going into this cave, he's going down, all of these different like paths and everything, and it feels like one continuous thing, which really kind of helps sell that he's going really deep down into this cave to get to this orb. Seriously, Sai.
I'm sorry, the innuendo.
It's like trying to run a show with a freaking 12-year-old, I swear. But that's the thing, is I think that you've really found a good way to do some storytelling where, without having to, I don't need any speech on this. I know exactly what's happening. You can tell because he's going through this. You're going on a journey with him, essentially.
Yeah, and then this is part of the epilogue, which also, allows me to do a different type of storytelling with my artists. We can kind of collab in a different way. They have a lot more room to kind of, as long as they hit the end note, the in between doesn't really matter, because it's supposed to be a mystery piece. you're not supposed to know everything about it. We're just going to drop you in this situation, and however many pages we give you, that's what it is. And it probably won't make sense until 3 issues later, but you'll come back to that and you'll go, oh, now we're kind of starting to get it all together.
That's what I love. Like, don't spoon feed me every bit of the story. Leave some of it as a mystery. Let me have to get there kind of on my own terms at whatever time it takes for everything to kind of click together. And this is what makes comics so much fun, because when you're sitting down and you're talking with other people and they're like, oh yeah, because remember back in that second issue when this happened, and you're like, oh shit, I forgot about that. That did happen. You're like, oh my gosh, everything just made sense. And now you're having this big discussion, and it feels like you're reliving that whole journey all over again, which is really kind of what it's about, at least for me. I like having that experience and the emotion.
Yeah, I like also, one of my big influences as a writer is Jeff Johns. Anybody who's read his Green Lantern, every time I go back and reread it, I can see the hints that he was dropping that I had no clue about until I read 25, 30 issues in. I can go back, and it gives you that, I want rereadability. I want you to go back and dust off. If you gotta, if you're sitting at home and you read volume 2, I want you to dust off volume 1, and just be like, hey, I gotta refresh, So that's something else that I want with the book too, and hopefully that's what happens as people get in their hands and want to go back to volume 1 again, and hopefully get more out of it.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, my first foray into comics was Flash Rebirth, which was also Jeff Johns, and reading a lot of the way that he makes the characters just feel alive, and all these little tiny bits and pieces that you get, and then all of a sudden it all kind of comes back on itself. Like he was really good, especially at least in that arc, in the Rebirth arc. It was really good taking it from the beginning and having a lot of Barry Allen's kind of motivation being really self-centered and turned in on himself, and then all of a sudden it all starts to kind of come back where you go, oh my gosh, all of these things that have happened in his life have all been because of Reverse Flash, and all of this is, this is now where he's going to the one place where he can destroy Barry and have him lost forever. And that's where he was going to, and it was just one of those moments where you hit it, and the second that realization happens, because all of those pieces fell into place, it was like, oh my gosh, this is horrifying. Like, please, for the love of all that is holy, stop him, and then you're so emotionally invested. I think I binged reading that entire series in like an afternoon. I didn't do anything. I just sat, and because it was like I'd finish one and be like, I have to read the next one. Like, what's happening now? I'm so terrified. And so the fact that you're like, yeah, this is one of my influences, that makes me so excited, because while it's really hard to do, when done well, it is addictive. It is one of those things where you crave it, and I'm really happy I didn't have to wait like as they were released, because I got into comics so late, so it was already out, so I could binge the whole thing. Because I was like, oh, if I had to wait like a week or 2 weeks to get the next one, I think I would have died. Like, it would have killed me. And
yeah,
so,
that was quite a bit of a wait for that one, but it was definitely worth it by the end.
It was so good. And that's the thing, is it's like, hey, we've got Edwin here, and that's what you're trying to do. That gets me really excited to pay attention to what you're doing in your storytelling, and to see what notes you're able to hit, and how well you're able to kind of slip in a little bit here and a little bit there to build that world and build that connection, because that's not easy to do, but when done right, it makes you feel such a love for the characters in the world, because it feels like you just went on all of this with them. It doesn't feel like you were just reading a book. Like, you feel like, no, I like got a glimpse into someone's life for a while, and fuck, dude, that was rough,
Yeah.
This looks really freaking awesome. So you've got, look at this, Anthony Figueroa. This is Cy's favorite, because Cy loves abs and boobs and, well,
I love
redheads.
sexy women.
Yeah. Redhead's abs and boobs. There's all three right here, so we're good. And you're making this a metal print.
Yes. Just I gotta get Phoenix to share the video. He showed me a little clip of like a test he did, and the metal just shines. The wings, the gold down that is just incredible. I was like, yes, this is gonna be insane.
That's one of the coolest things because you're making the image, so you put the shine in, so you feel it just off of the standard image. But when you do that and then you print it on metal, those pieces are lighter than everything else, so they actually glint and they shine so much more. I've seen when he does like little bits and he's like, "Hey Shae," and he'll like send it, and I'm like, "Oh, that's so fucking cool!" Like I really want this now because it just adds so much to it.
How big is he making this?
This should be about comic book size. I'll have to double check with him though, but it should be around that. We're still kind of locking stuff down. But yes, this is gonna be nice. Anybody who saw one of the first campaign, we had the Akula ones. Those were absolutely beautiful, and like I said, I think the colors on this are even better. So I'm very happy to like start sharing this.
Well, I think the colors on this probably are going to lend itself to being a metal print a little bit more appropriately almost because you have those metal tones and you have that like halo glow around her and stuff, and all of that is going to catch the light so much more on a metal print. This, I think anyone who has this is going to be super stoked because, I mean, Phoenix does really good quality work, and this is a very nice image to have, you know, out of everyone to get to draw it. You got Figaro to draw a hot, sexy lady, and now you're gonna put it on metal. Like, I think it's a really smart move.
Hey, you gotta give the people what they want.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of what people want, all of those are gone, aren't they?
Oh, not anymore. I actually added a second batch due to popular demand. So
yes,
I believe right now there's 8 more left.
There are. I saw
Kula Slam Buddies.
Look at
right
that.
Here. Look at that.
Holy shit. I remember that was like Hulk, right? Hulk had one of these.
Yep, Hulk, Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior.
I remember these.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, this is this small company called Slam Buddies. They do buddies for a lot of local pro wrestlers. I've been kind of following them for a while, and I reached out to see if they could do like something for Akula, and they said no problem. And they sent me these, and I was blown away. Like I said, I ordered a second batch. It takes a little bit, but it's not going to delay the campaign or anything. So there's another 8 out there.
You know what's so crazy about that is because I remember this is exactly like that's just the shape of Slam Buddy. Like they always had the kind of head neck thing that was always one, but because it's a Kula, it's like, but I mean he's a shark, so that's actually what his body looks like. So this is probably the most accurate Slam Buddy that they've probably ever done.
Yeah, I wasn't sure like how they would kind of make it work, like as far as like the Phoenix. 6 a.m. did the design. This is based off the stickers he did. Nice. So I didn't know like how that would come off, but like when I saw it, it kind of blew me away. I was like, this is so much better than I even thought. This is really great. And they're actually kid approved to anybody who has kids out there. My little niece, I took one and just beat the hell out of it for a couple of days, and it lasted. So you're good to go. These are top quality.
I kind of want to get it to take to work, so whenever people at work piss me off, I can just beat the shit out of it. And if they're like, "What?" I'd be like, "It's a Slam Buddy. You're supposed to."
Yeah, so you can throw the Slam Buddy and not get sued because it won't do any damage.
Now, Shae, don't put like lead shot in the center of it or anything.
Damn it! That was the goal. I was gonna just fling it at somebody with little spikes on the end. No, but I remember you saying that you were gonna do this, and I was like, okay, yeah, sure, and like in my head, I was like, that's fine. Seeing it is entirely different. Yeah. It is so much better than I would have ever expected, and I'm blown away. I'm super stoked that you reached out, that like you happen to know this, because that's, considering you and how much of a wrestling fan you are, on top of, having this really cool IP that just kind of lends itself to it. Like, it's just the most perfect probable add-on that you could have had for your campaign. And I love when people pick add-ons that make the most sense for their project and their IP. And this is definitely one of them that I think was a very good ad. All right, so you have, is this a new cover for?
Yes, this is actually the cover for the second printing of the Ace. For anybody who doesn't know, I only do one cover for the book. So once this campaign ends, that Doodle Bags cover will never be seen again. So the first cover had the Donald cover, the Vakula and Ace fighting. That's done. The only copies left are the few that I have in my own possession. They'll never be reprinted or anything again. So I needed a new cover for the second printing of Volume 1. So I reached out to Joe Ball, and he just blew me away with one of the most insane pieces ever. Like, this thing is just, I have the original hanging on my wall right now. It is insane, the detail. And then, I had to get it colored, but no colorist is gonna touch this unless I pay them, and I'm seeing them out. So I was like, Joe, please color it. And he's like, yes, I'll color it. I'll do you a solid. And he colored it, and I was like, boom, you're the man. So this is it. You like your Joe Ball. This is how to get it. This cover is insane.
That is very true. I love that you can always tell when there's a Joe Ball piece because there will be an insane amount of crackle. And I've flatted one time. I flatted Joe Ball for him. It took me a motherfucking month for one page, and I was like, Joe, I love you. I am not good enough at this to ever do this for you again. And he goes, it was a test. And I was like, I failed. I'm done. Like, the amount of, he had water spray up. I was like, bruh, you have individual droplets that I like, dude, it's just insane. And it's so funny because he tries to get flatters because he's like, I know what it's like coloring my own work. So he tries to find people that will flat for him that enjoy it because he's like, no, it's so much. So the fact that you got him to not only draw it, but he was like, all right, I'll color it for you. Like, that is awesome. And you guys aren't going to see this again. So you might as well grab it.
Everything is limited for all these campaigns, the prints, and everything. Like, this is for this campaign only. Once it's gone, that the only ones that will be left will be in my possession, and that's it. So.
And then he's going to go on eBay, and y'all are going to have to pay him real good for them.
Yes.
I'm just saying. Edwin is an opportunist.
I'll make that money.
He's like, yeah, when we get to like the 5th campaign, I might do one Gucci first printing bundle of everything, and y'all are going to pay like 5 times the price. So you might as well just get them now and save yourself the money, because if you miss out, you're going to be sad. And that's the only way that you're going to
we make it easy, just get everything now, and then you don't have to worry about it.
Exactly.
You'd be like, I don't have to.
Well, see, look, all you're really doing, you're just helping people. You're like, I'm telling you to get it now, and then you don't got to worry about 5 issues from now, but you don't get it now. Ooh, that's gonna sting the wallet. I'm just saying. All right, so you got stretch goals. What stretch goals you got going on here?
So we got we usually do like a funding stretch goal. So once we hit funding, this time, the first campaign was only 3,500. This one we had to make it 5,000. So we're offering these 6 a.m. stickers, all 4 of the Godless. 6 does amazing work. I love his designs. So I like
the one really bulbous eye on the guy in the bottom left.
He always throws in these crazy details that just kind of work for his style. So yeah.
And your girl on the bottom, I love her too, because she looks like she's looking at the other dude like, what is wrong with you? Like, every time, I can't go anywhere with you. Anytime we go anywhere, you do weird things like this. And it's just perfect. Like, I feel like you could set this up for a whole scene, and she's just going to be sitting there like, I really need a new crew. Like, why am I with y'all? This is epic. These are really good. And Mark does such good fucking cartoon caricatures and stuff like that. I think that this is probably one of my favorite things to see in any campaign, is that they've got his stickers. So I'm happy that that's your funding, like, unlockable. So everybody is gonna get them. Yep. If you get physical, of course. And yeah, so you're not. Look at you. Look at Edwin being all smart. You don't get to know any other stretch goals he's got in mind up until
we're gonna make you wait a little longer for them. We do have some cool stuff, like for I usually get a lot of my stuff done ahead of time, as everybody
Yeah.
knows. The book is basically all done except the inside back cover. So, and just like, I have more art, different places that I can go to. You just kind of need to see where the campaign ends up hitting. But yeah, we'll have some more cool stuff we can unlock by some talented artists.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. And so you've only, what, this is like your first week?
Yeah. Launched Sunday night, so Saturday now. So
Yeah, so this is exactly a week. Damn, dude. You are not doing too shabby for 1 week, and you getting a stomach flu.
that's me being half dead most of the week.
He's like, I've been in bed wanting to die for a while, and campaign's still pressed on, thank goodness.
But if anybody caught me on streams the last couple of days, it was hurting, but we're back. We're back. So.
Well, this is awesome. So, I mean, good hell, 24 days left. You are 65% of your goal, and I mean, that means those slam buddies went fast. Damn, I better get one. Well, I can. Anyway, I'm gonna have to do that in a minute. Not that I'm doing anything in another tab.
No.
That would be horribly unprofessional to do. Okay, so real quick before we go through your perks, shut up, Sai. I wanted to talk a bit about your creative team because you have some really awesome people in here, and I think there's some people that people don't realize that they know. Like SK being your letterer, the amount of people that are like, oh yeah, SK letters. Like, dude, SK writes. SK's got some good campaigns that y'all never probably have heard of, and it's very unfortunate. Why don't you tell us a little bit about kind of all of your crew that you got here, because you got like a star-studded cast, man.
Thank you. So yeah, like I brought most of the team back. I have Ibai doing the main story. I have Sweens doing the epilogue, and How Comics doing the Akula origin. SK did take over for Letter. I've actually worked with him on some other stuff that, actually, you'll have to give me a minute. I got to grab something real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. We could totally do that. And while everyone is giving him that minute, I'm just going to... There's a slam buddy. I'm going to get one of him.
Yeah, so he actually lettered this for me. He did a story in Alterna's. It came out on a Wednesday.
Nice.
So I have a story there called Raid of the White Leper. It's all the way at the back at the end of the book. It's a story about some Vikings who get caught up in a storm. Art by Avery Butterworth, really just beautiful. Like, I think you can it's still in demand now, so people can still check it out. Nice. It's really fun, experimental, kind of first time ever doing a story like that, but I really like it, and I hope people dig it and hope they want more, because I would love to do more with it. But yeah, I've worked with him, and I think he's amazing. Like he's helped the book so much. The way he's able to frame pages and the dialogue, and it's really kind of helped me out as a writer. Yeah. So yeah, like I'm happy to bring him on. Hal ended up actually taking over for the original colorist of book one. He ended up actually going into retirement. Excuse me. So yeah, Hal just really just blended so well with Canales. Like the pages pop so much in this main story. Like, it's not even like from a biased standpoint, because I love Canales and all the work that he does, but his best work is in this book. Like everything that he does, he has such a comfort now with the characters, with Angelyke, with the, we go into space, there's spaceships, there's all this other stuff. And, Canales has just leveled up, man. Can't wait for people to see his artwork on this. And, that's partly thanks to Hal. Hal's absolutely talented artist, as a colorist and as an actual just artist himself. And like I said, you had Doodle Bags doing the cover, just amazing work. I have the original colorist. The last thing he did for me was this Doodle Bags cover. So Theo hooked me up with that. He did a great job. So yeah, we're just trying to put together this really badass team of guys who are all feeling the characters, and everybody's excited. to work on every time. I send them the script or ideas. They're excited and they want to make it better. So as long as they're on board, I'll keep working with them because I think they just put out great work.
Hell yeah. No, that's
Excuse me.
awesome. Yeah, don't die on us yet. We're doing good.
Not yet. I
Not
don't
allowed
think
to
they
die
got
yet, you
another
gotta wait.
25 minutes here.
All right. So let's go over your tiers because I just went to do the unprofessional thing and back live, but I do have questions, so now I have to wait. And so we're gonna go through the tiers, and I'll ask my questions as we get there. So what's your featured tier?
Yes. So the all-in tier, you get the Ace Volume 2. You get the Ace. I call it the Space Print. It's by HK Stash. It's colored by Michael Beacon. It's beautiful print. It's got like a classic image of like, this flying space hero, lots of Green Lantern influence. So it's really kind of beautiful piece of work. And I think Michael Beacon just is really gotten so good. Like he really blew me away with the colors and the extra details he added in the back and all that.
Yeah,
So yeah,
is a good choice. I also like his positioning where he almost looks like he just jumped off of like some asteroid or something, and he's like getting the float on before he goes to land on something else and jump again.
Yeah, it's just very like kind of classic, kind of superhero / sci-fi kind of pose.
Super animated. It's It has a lot of personality to it.
Yeah. Then you have the A-second printing cover by Joe Ball, and then you have the Angelyke metal print. So you can get all 4 of those in one shot.
Very cool. All right. If you want the space print by itself, you can get that. So have you done much with add-ons, like adding on the actual book?
Yep. You should be able to add on copy of Volume 2, the second printing, the space print, and the metal print. I believe are the 4 add-ons.
Okay. All right, and then this cover, is that the same? It's that cover.
That's just like a stock logo to represent the Volume 2 cover, as you see.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can get the Volume 2 for $15. You can also get it digital if you'd prefer without shipping.
Yeah, and that's gonna be limited too. I do very limited digital.
Okay.
We do offer it because I do hear from people that want the digital. They're overseas or whatever. So but it is limited. So it might not make it past 30 days, maybe 60. It'll depend on what the people back it or not really. So yeah.
Okay. And then if you just wanted to get the second printing of Volume 1, if you missed out and you're not sure if you're wanting to get in on all of this, which I mean, really, just bite the bullet because it's not like it's super expensive.
No.
I would just bite the bullet and get it if I were you. But in case you just want the second printing, Edwin has catered to you. You are just silly. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, we have like a couple like combo kind of tiers. You have the cover for Volume 2 plus the space print as one tier. I kind of like to pair, try and make it as simple as possible for people. So.
Alrighty, and then that, which is just going to be a gorgeous print. So freaking nice. And then, of course, we got the Slam Buddy.
Yep, is the second set of them. So, like I said, you can snatch those up before they go away for good.
Oh, there you go. That's a good bundle too.
Volume 1 and 2, and then I believe the last one is Volume 1, 2, and the print, and then the original Slam Buddy sold out at the bottom there.
Yeah, those ones sold out quick.
Yeah, those went like I believe a day, less, maybe half a day.
Yeah, that would make sense. That would make sense because like I said, this is a 7-day-old campaign, so that's a whole lot of Slam Buddies just gone. And then that's the best part. So you have 8 here, you got another 2. I mean, it's now 3, gone. So really, you're selling like those Slam Buddies were a real good move because
Yeah.
they're going quick for sure. Look at Bionic Bra says, I've been waiting for volume 2. Can't wait. First was a lot of fun.
Thank you, man.
Awesome.
Thank you for the support.
Gordon Goodbrother has a very good question, statement, direction. I'm not entirely sure how
Request.
to word that. Do not neglect to ask/tell us about the fan art contest. So I know nothing about this. So Edwin.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, so been running a fan art contest for the inside back cover of the Ace Volume 2. It's been running for a little over a month now. It ends on May 24th. All you have to do is use the hashtag Ace2Art Contest on Twitter to submit your piece of art. The winner will get $100, the inside back cover, and the highest tier of the campaign. Like I said, the book is pretty much all done. So that's the last piece of art that needs to be put in. So I wanted to give a shot to up-and-coming artists. Anybody want to take a shot at the Ace or any other the characters?
That is a really awesome prize.
That is a fantastic. That's probably one of the best prizes I think I've ever heard.
It's
somebody
the best
do.
one I can think of.
Yeah, I honestly can't. I know that Tug did something kind of similar with his fan art contest, where there was like an actual cash prize, but you're like, oh yeah, cash prize and the top tier of the campaign, and you know your art's going to be on the back cover. And it's like, oh well, holy shit, that's a lot. Like that's a whole lot of awesomeness. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not like the best artist out there, but you got me thinking about it now. I'm like,
take a shot. You got until 24th, so I want to see the pieces. Part of me, that's why I kind of wanted to have a nice prize. I'm like, I want to get people inspired. Take a shot at it. Even if maybe it doesn't win, maybe somebody hires you based off, the art that they see. So you never know who's looking.
True. By the way, I don't know if you saw you're at 3368 now.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much.
Yes. Definitely. Look at this. Shoot your shot. Nice. And thank you very much, Killer Angelyke Shae. It's okay. It would have been better with the wings, but I couldn't get them in here or back out. It's fine. I'm gonna figure out how to make them a thing for real.
She would have had this stream from her yard.
I'm just standing out on my deck with like full set of wings. Be like, it looks amazing. I can't hear you all, but
get a couple of. No, we'll get you. You can use your Bluetooth headset. We'll get a couple of laser lights shined at the shiny wings. Maybe a fog machine behind you. It'll be awesome. Ace 3. Man. Ace 3.
It'll be a while, so you got time.
Okay,
Nice.
So I got time to figure out how to make these work. Got you.
Talk to a metal fabricator. Could you start lathing wing sections now, please? They need to be blades.
I would like him to be sharp enough to cut my enemies. That's what I'm looking for. Look at this. Hello 911. That's accurate. That's exactly what
My
it'd be
neighbor
like.
is standing out and
Dude, I got nosy neighbors too. They'd be pissy about this. Okay, so you said the fan art contest goes until the 24th.
24th of May, just anybody confused.
Yeah, 24th of May. Like, y'all, it's the 30th of April. I didn't know if you knew that, so I'm just going to let y'all know. The next 24th that's coming up. That's how long you got. Yeah, this is definitely an upgrade from the first one, for sure. And I'm very impressed, Edwin. This looks really badass. I like seeing progression. I like seeing even when you can see it just through the campaign. Like the campaign looks more streamlined and like chef kiss, and so this is awesome. This is exciting. Sai, do you have any questions you want to ask?
I do not. You guys covered a lot. And in between my laughing at the innuendo of how deeply into the cave he was going,
he is. Look at that. That is a long journey.
I mean, when you see that bottom image, the innuendo's all there. I mean,
yeah.
That is true. It is flanked on either side.
Yes.
Glowy orb in between. I'm done. I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. This Edwin's fault. He's the one that was like, the last panel really sells the innuendo. And I was like, aw, I wasn't even thinking like that. Now I am.
If everything you're doing is bad, I want you to know this.
Or is it really good? I think it's really good. Yeah, so this looks fucking epic. I'm super stoked. I'm really impressed with how quickly you're shooting up too. I think that, I mean, maybe another week you'll probably be funded and moving well into new stretch goals.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Like I said, I do have some killer pieces that I would love to get out to people in different formats. You know, especially.
Any chance for a patch?
It depends. I mean, I did look into it for the first one. They weren't really with the budget I was working with then. It wasn't really able, but you know, if we can get it up, kind of more closer to like the 10K range, is definitely, I can see it happening.
Well, because like that right there, the Ace logo that you got. Like,
that's how comics is just incredible. All and basically any logo you see on any stuff I do, it's his, because he just has a way of just capturing whatever I'm trying to go for, whether it's the Viking story, this Ace story, anything else I'm working on. He just kind of gets it. He has that kind of brain for the logos. So that's great work.
It definitely, it's definitely like iconic and eye-catching, which is something that some campaigns, like you'll see campaigns that are just, I mean, it looks really good, but man, that logo is just, oof, you know, and then you look at this, and you're like, no, this is like sleek, and I know I'm getting kind of a crazy, you know, space kind of theme going here. I know there's gonna be a lot of action kind of sequence, just because it just kind of feels that way with everything being angular and everything being like sleek and these color choices. It all just really kind of sells that look. So very, very excited. And like Cyborg has said, unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to play it with sound, so you're just gonna be alone with the sound in your home. But we're still gonna play it because we want to see the awesome Thank you, Sai. I know we're both trying to get these down. We want to see the awesome imagery that Edwin has had put together, so we can get a little bit more of the Ace. So before we go, is there anything else that you want to let anybody know about?
Not really. Just follow me on Twitter at Edwin Aces. I hopefully, you know, I'll be starting to stream again from my YouTube channel called Drawing Aces. You know, it's been a while, but it's time for me to get back doing some promoting of my own for different people. So I kind of miss doing that. No, that's for my other YouTube channel. You can sub to that too.
I am sub to that one, and I'm like, this is all wrestling. Damn it! I don't like
that one's Indie Wrestling Aces. Yeah. No, that's all local events I go to, and you know, it's a fun kind of side thing. It keeps me sane when the madness comes. You know.
Thank you for dropping the link in the chat, Frog G. I didn't have it on our description, so there you go, folks.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, we'll make sure that we have it updated, so anyone who's watching on replay will know exactly where to go. But thank you in the interim, Frog G. We appreciate you. And yeah, man, I'm excited to see where this goes. I think that it's a really cool looking campaign, and I can't wait for my metal print, my Slam Buddy, and just throwing it out there is exactly what I got. I was like, I have to have the Slam Buddy.
Your office tool.
It's my corrective tool. It'll be fine. It's how I'm gonna do corrective discipline.
Sure speaking of which, actually, have you guys seen the Diaz brother commercial for the Slam Buddy?
I don't think we have, but Froggy was blaming it on them selling out so quickly in the first round.
Yes, so. I think it's the second video on the campaign, if I did it right. Yeah, if I did it right, it's been a minute.
It's a little bit down. It's in the middle of the still art.
Should we watch this? Do we need to watch this?
Okay, let's watch this. Then we'll play the mute other one, and then we can
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
We'll see if Shae's computer can handle it. You're muted.
Hold up, I am muted.
Placed your stuffed animal. Does this ever happen to you? Well, stop being a wimp.
Hey there, we're the 3-time CG WrestleMania Tag Team Champions, the Diaz Brothers.
And are you tired of these weak-ass stuffed animals that can't even handle themselves in the ring?
Well, brother, we've got the products for you.
Introducing Akula, the Slam Buddy! Standing in at 13 inches tall, he's rough, tough, and stuffed. Ready to pin all your other plushies to the ground. The 1, 2, 3. No one can stand this round mound of pound.
And if you think other stuffed animals can stand up to the challenge, brother, you don't know Akula.
Order now, only on Indiegogo. Dig it?
Wow.
Yes.
Yep, that is the Diaz brothers in a nutshell.
I stand
Holy
by
hell.
this statement.
I agree. The only reason that they're a tag team is because Cy and I are not allowed to compete against them. And I tell you right now,
We kicked ass.
I would make Phil cry. Okay?
I can see that.
Carla and Selena were crying.
mean,
Shae was laying down on the floor for a good portion of the match,
took a
but
nap.
still, yeah.
I got tired. You see, I was too much. It's fine. We're working on
She's very
stamina.
tall. She needs her naps and proteins.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure that you share this out. Back the Ace Volume 2. Make sure that you get yourself a Slam Buddy while they're still there. I know I got mine, so I don't know what the rest of y'all are doing waiting, but I mean, the first one sold out almost instantly. You don't got much time before these ones are going to be gone. And we will catch you guys next time. See you later.
Peace.
Well, I mean, we could hum during this.
I mean, I was muting us so everyone could have their own. Wow.
Thank you.
Edwin, don't let Cy do your music.
Oh wait, he's going into the cave. The cave is happy.
This feels like the worst episode of like
MST3K.
Yes, thank you.
He looks happy.
Oh my gosh.
Not
I
at all.
apologize, folks. Look, Gordon Good Brothers humming.
Oh, the one on the right's pretty.
Everybody hum in the chat, please.
Oh, she's prettier.
Worst voiceover ever.
Wow, she's pointy.
Lothar.
The horns.
We unfortunately cannot play the audio due to getting claimed. So go watch it yourself and enjoy the audio. It'll be wonderful.
The weird, yes. This
the
definitely
weird.
qualifies. I meant us just talking over this.
Oh,
so
that's fair too. I
This
love
looks
your
so
character
fun.
design.
Yeah. Is Volume 3 going to be like Sharknado?
Not quite. It's definitely going to be pretty insane. I have it mostly plotted out. I just got to kind of get down to it and really put down the script. But I plan taking it to. It's going to get pretty crazy. Canales is not going to be happy.
What is it? Everyone humming along to this makes it sound like Jurassic Park's theme. Da, 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 da,
Have a good one, guys.